Suscríbete y activa la campanita, no lo olvides.
Hey, what happened, Panda? Welcome to Revientor. This is FALCON BMS, the new version 4.34, and today I'm going to perform a ramp start tutorial using all the tests that we can make in the F16. I have to tell you that not all of them are necessarily to be performed, but it's a good way to spend the time for the ramp, because remember, you have to spend around 20 minutes to get the takeoff time and make the test a good idea. And also that's prevent in some systems to get a crash or something, no? First of all, you see the pilot leg to make the video, for example, is quite annoying. Then you have to use the Alt plus CK and then P, the pilot, and then the pilot is out. Now I'm going to perform the ramp start. I'm going to try to be not very explanatory, in soft way only. If you want to know more about switches, knobs, whatever, I have a serial of tutorial of the panels, and there I explain everything of each switch or knob, for example. Starting with the battery. Here is the battery. There, one click. Now we are alive. We have electricity, as you can see, and we can perform several tests here already. First of all is this test. This one, FLS power, L and R, in test mode. As you can see there, when I click test, 4 lights are on, and also in here in the battery some lights change. Okay. That is the test. Okay, everything is good. Also, I like to do other one test, and this is because the audio, for example, audio panel, you see intercom is already on. I'm going to turn it off. There is off, and I'm going to perform this test because it's nice to know it. Use this button over here. You can see all the lights are on, but I am missing the audio tones. Okay. If I do this and I don't get any audio tones, I have to check this intercom knob, full clock rise, for example. And now again, listen.
Pull up.
Now I have the tones.
Altitude.
And now I'm going to check all the lights. Normally it is FALCON BMS, and you are not get any light or any lamp
flare.
off, because
Low.
otherwise are turning
Out.
otherwise are working. This audio simulator is not real life, but in real life you can have some light of these ones broke or whatever. Okay. And now with this long tone, you know that all the audios are finished. Okay. Now the battery, I'm going to switch to power, main power, as you can see in the next click. Main power there, and that's main power is when the engine is going active. Is going to work with the generator. Remember to not spend too much time in this process, because the battery, if you spend more than 5 minutes, maybe you are getting low in battery, low voltage, and you are going to have some problems. Okay, I cannot close the canopy, or later. That depends on your country, your virtual squadron, your own opinion. But I'm closing the canopy just right now. Okay, now I have the canopy closes. Do not close the canopy while you run the jet fuel start. Okay, the jet fuel. If you are running it, keep your canopy open or closed. Don't change until you finish starting up the engine. Now to start up the engine, I'm going to turn engine feed in norm. There. Also, the air source in norm position, and check that the master fuel is good in the up position. Okay, that's all. Remember, it's all about your virtual squadron, your country. Some steps can be different. Maybe your virtual squadron, first turn on the lights, or maybe when it's almost finished the process. I don't know, but you can check the BMS manuals, the BMS checklist, and you will see different ways to do it. Okay, as always, it depends on your country. Now I like to turn on the lights turn on is not really on. You are going to see now, and the lights, external lights, are on, but as you can see, no light. There is no strobe light. There is nothing. That external light only work when engine is on. Okay, do the generator. Also, with internal lights, you can turn it on if you need it, but it's from the day, and I have a very good sun over some place, I don't know. Okay, starting with the engine. This new version, you have to pay attention with the check light, and also RPMs, and also oil check, and also temperature in the engine. Okay, why? Because you can burn your engine, or maybe you got a oil fault and you have to stop and start again. Okay, I'm going to start the engine. For this, one click in the jet fuel, right click, and look here. In a few seconds, a light is going to turn on, and also sec is going to be off. Wait a sec. Light on the left, as you can see now, and also the RPMs are now increasing. Look the check light. For the moment, do nothing. Only look RPM and check light. Now that check light is out, you can wait until 20% or maybe 25%. You can, and you must, use this switch over here. This depends of your FALCON BMS configuration. Maybe you only have to move your throttle or push this button. Push this button now. You will see now check light here again. And wait, now it's off. You can move the throttle forward a little bit. And also check RPM, temperature, oil in the future. Now that we are around 30, 40, the throttle go back. Check temperature. Never is slow movement, is good. Okay, as you can see, let me pause a moment. When you are in a 50% of RPMs, this light over here and also the jet fuel switch jump to off. Okay, and you also listen a sound. Okay, now around 60 you are going to, okay, around 60 I am getting energy from the generator. As you can see, I have oil press for the moment, and also a lot of systems now have light. Okay, there. The oil is good because must be more than 15. And temperature never get more than 700 degrees. Okay, now it's going back. RPMs are stable, and okay, we are already with the engine hot. Also, you can check for external lighting. Now we can start perform some tests. First of all, I like to turn off all these avionics switches. Turn on, turn on, turn on, turn on, turn on, and also turn on. Wait for the EGI. Okay, MFDs, perfect. And I can perform, for example, engine test, not engine, sorry, APU test, APU. As you can see on the top right of the monitor of the video, you say ground, APU safety pin in place. Okay, I'm going to remove this. One is out. Okay, and now I can perform a check of the APU system. Why does that pin is in your plane when you are starting up? Because if that pin wasn't installed, the system will turn on when your RPM go lower than 50 or 60, I'm not sure now, but will be turning on when you are activating the plane. Also, when you are going to turn off the plane, you have to put on this pin, because if you turn off the plane, that system, the APU system, is going to be turned on, and that's not good for the ground queue. Okay, let's continue performing this test, and never use parking brake in this test. Okay, parking brake must be off there. down position off. Okay, and also you must back up the choke with your ground, with your pedals braking, and now I'm going to the epugene, left click, okay, and now slowly raise your throttle until you get some lights in here. There, one light, some light, and now here and here are the lights. Okay, perfect. Going back, one light is there. I'm keeping my left click pushed, okay. And also look, hit the info. Okay, perfect. And now again left click to turn off the test. Okay, perfect. Now I can check the master master caution, and now the X system start the alignment. As you can see, I already have the that turned on in the X or inertial page. As you can see, we are now in the alignment. We need at least this number over here to be 4.0 to be in a good alignment to be able to navigate with your inertial system. Okay. Time to do more tests. For example, flight controls. Only use push bit. It's easy as it is, and also we can check here the system. Okay, for the moment it's nothing, but when this test is finished, as you can see, the airplane is automatically moving the surfaces. As you can see now, there it's going down, going up. Some movement, flaps left, and it's checking everything is good. Okay. Meanwhile, you can still turn on other systems like the head-up display. Important, head-up display is turned on here. And also this sensor power. If you have this left and right pod, TGP and navigation system, or even ATS, you have to turn it on in here. And also the radar. Okay, look this, the light is off, and also in the page bit has been passed. Perfect. Okay, FRC radar, and now the radar is going auto perform a test of 160 seconds when it's turned on for first time. Okay, first time. Radar altimeter, keep it on standby position. Set up your HUD as you like. Okay. And on the right is almost everything done. More tests as you can do are this one, fire and overheat detect. Remember, check your lights. Okay, use the acknowledge button. Perfect. And now here I am pushing it, and you can see it's overheat and also engine fire lights turned on with the master caution. Okay, click. Reset master caution. Okay, now it's out the button. Okay, perfect. Master caution is off, and you can see here the radar auto test. More tests to do. Prof in the down position is test. As you can see, aligning, flashing there. Okay, and also the master caution. Turn off the test and reset the master caution. Right, perfect. More tests that you can do is the oxygen system. Keep the mouse button pressed, and you can see here oxygen low light. Okay, for a few seconds, and now reset the light there. We already did this test, and the test system are already done. All of these lights. Now we have to test the aerofoil. Open the door. This door that is in here, as you can see in the middle. This one. Okay. Now, in your stick, push nose well steering on off, and you can see the light is checking the system. Okay, it's good. Perfect. Now you can close it. And okay, it's okay. Okay. System is good. Remember, I am doing this in this way the test first, and then I can continue turning on things. For example, other people could turn on the radio at first, or at the end, or in the middle. Okay, military people normally do not use radio to check with tower permission to start up the engine, for example. Okay. Now in this panel, master IFF set in standby. Also, CNI switch to UFC. Okay, everything is okay. And now I'm going to fill these numbers with the EFF numbers. But first of all, I have to load my data carriage. Load data carriage, standby there. We are loading the data, navigational waypoints, radios, IFF. As you can see, IFF data is already in here, and I'm going to fill this mode 1. Mode 1, I have the number 10, fill here with a 10, and mode 3 is 7204. I'm going to fill the 72 number here, 72. Okay, perfect, and it's done. Okay, already. When maybe you can now switch the master to normal, or when you are going to take off, that is up to you. Do it now. In this way, you don't forget to do it later. And okay, lights start. This is the ASME, in case you are going to use tag view later. Electronic countermeasure system, turn on the system. Audios, you can start the audio for the radios. Check the missile radio.
Information pop-up.
Wait a second, please.
Runway 09. Expect visual approach. Wind 020 degrees.
Victor, switching to my channel, not to 80s,
Sky
sorry.
conditions, blue.
And now,
Temperature,
okay, con
27
1,
degrees
missile
Celsius.
and threat volume, I've used this here.
1012
Also ILS,
millibars.
if you need it. Tagan is not implemented. And turn on the radio, of course, in both modes. And we are done in almost this panel. Another test is engine primary system or second system. In primary system, as you must fly, you can see the nozzle position is almost 100%. In the moment that I use the second system, it's going to be almost close, and I have to check the check light, put again the brakes, and put some early. Okay, the engine is responding and is not the nozzle. Switch again to primary system. It's again open, again, and it's working as must be. Other test that you can perform is this manual pitch override, but I recommend you use the OK in your keyboard, because I am looking to the left. Look at this, up position and down position. Okay, it's working. Now I'm going to press the O key. As you can see, there is movement. Again, other press, other, and now in external views, it's going to be easy for you to see. Press, 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 press. As you can see, this test is to be sure if the manual pitch override is working. Okay, left console is done. Let's continue with this one. Let's activate the radar warning system. Also, if you want, use turn on your helmet, you can do it. And countermeasures, link in data, this is not implemented. Also, other one and other two is not needed. Chaff and flare, yes. And of course, mode, you can use in standby or not. If you have a go here, is good, but if you get a no-go in here, now it's already a go, but almost always when you forget this switch, you are going to get here a no-go or a degraded, okay? That means that you are forgetting this switch over here, okay? Perfect, this system is already on. Never ever push this jet button, because you are going to drop all your flares, and that's not good. You can turn on your landing gear. Also, you can check your Cat 1 or Cat 3 configuration. Cat 1, Stores confused, fault, and got 3. Okay. And again, master caution. Okay. Light. Time to check your hook. Okay, hook is down. Hook up. And hook is up. Okay, perfect. And on the left, again, this out again. Now, time to test your radar warning system or threat warning prime. This system test is going to turn on all the lights, some audios, and some letters in here. If you want more intensity, here you have a bright button. Okay. Also, you have to check your launch system. Okay. Perfect. And never forget push handoff button there. And now your system is working. Okay, you have a letter in here in operative for the moment, but it's going to be made some transition until it's ready to be used, the system. Don't worry about that. The inertial system is already aligned, as you can see in the header display, or even if I push list button number 6, here is the system is aligned. Now it's time to push this X switch to nav. Okay. Now right console is done. Maybe you want to listen your mask. It's good if you want, but it's not needed for the moment. Maybe in other version of BMS you are going to need to turn on the oxygen, but not this time. Okay, ready. And other test that you can perform is the fuel test. Here you have to set 6,000, sorry, and the gauges almost on the top. And now check the fuel status in the different compartment. Normal is good, not imbalance. Reservoir is the same in both tanks. Internal wings is the same in both wings. External wings is the same in the external wings, tanks. External tank, there is nothing. Then the gauge is 0. And always keep this knob in the normal position, because if there is another position, you are not going to get the aerial turn of bingo fuel. Okay, master caution again. And time to maybe perform some tests or continue set up your plane. For example, you have to set up the altitude level, okay, millibars or whatever number you write for it is in 80s. You can check my tutorial of how to use the radios, for example, if you want to listen 80s. Other check that you can do is in list 2, number 2 is bingo, and set your bingo around maybe 2000. Push enter, and you check fuel, and there is nothing in here. Okay, it's good. Now set a normal bingo, your mission bingo, 4100. Okay, perfect, and it's gone our warning of the fuel status. I think it's everything done. Let me check a moment. I am not forgetting something. Of course, you can continue making more things like your tag and channel, altitude, whatever, but that is not the ramp start. It's something about the mission. Also, you can perform more tests in your plane, speaking about ground weapons, but I think I only have to arm my ship and I am ready to fly. Okay, of course I have to switch to departure or to ground, sorry, and fly. For the moment, you see my system is not ready for the moment. We only have to wait a little more. But this final check, always do a final check of the switches to see if you are forgetting something, because you are going to forget something otherwise if you are not using some paper or whatever. If you are doing by heart, maybe you are going to forget something. This final check, looks like everything is good. It's good. Okay, good to go. Remember that in this new version you can do more things. Also, you can have more problems. That's one of the engine. I will make more tutorials about how to, when you get a hot ramp start or whatever, when you are looking that your temperature in your engine is getting really fast, is getting bigger and bigger, how to stop that and try to use this plane. If you, for example, go to 800 temperature degrees, the engine is going to be dead, for example, but you can stop that if you are fast, looking that your gauge is moving too fast. You will have to stop the engine feed and keep 2 or 3 minutes of spooling the engine to cool down with the jet fuel starter, okay? But there is some limitation, of course, and also the oil check is very important. It's not really a big problem, but you have to pay attention on that, because maybe you are going to ruin your flight and maybe your flight mates, I don't know. But this is FALCON BMS, as real as it gets, but we are simulator, we are simmers, we are here to get enjoy. And of course, ground choke in place, time to take them, to remove them, and fly. As always, I told you, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, be happy, that's the most important sentence of the day, be happy, and see you later, bye bye.
No olvides suscribirte, darle a like y revisar mis últimos vídeos. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up and check my other videos.